You can talk about this, maybe. I've got 2 Reddit ships. I feel like I tanted one. Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
Yeah.
and for some reason I didn't link it, or is it linked in the doc? I found it because now
Okay.
I'm. But I have another one. We did. Did we talk about a cousin relationship
Not exactly.
last
I don't
week?
think
I don't
so.
think so. Okay, because
No.
that's another one that I had set up too. So let me get that one open. So I got 3 Reddit chips to go through.
I mean,
It's like my new obsession is judging these people on Reddit.
Yeah. And then maybe
I mean, it sounds
next,
like me. It's very on brand for me.
maybe next week we could switch from doing bite answers to bite him out of the asshole.
I mean, either way, man.
Yes,
I
bite
got
the
3 to
asshole.
go then. Oh my god. I had such a great next door post here as well. I'm just going to share it without blurring anything because I don't feel like doing that
fine.
nonsense. But I'm going to share it on our Discord because that way it's not going to be straight up. But just looking at nothing but memes. It's not really a meme, but you'll enjoy it.
Okay. Let me see.
And let me get. By the way, that Darth Maul, I'm not racist, but is so fucking perfect.
Oh, it is.
I want to marry it and have its babies. I'm gonna put this up on later. I'm not gonna deal with this tonight. Episode's up, but I don't have the webpage loaded. All right. I gotta go to Twitch so I can hear levels.
Oh, let me mute, just in case my computer decides to make sounds.
It will.
Yeah.
Is there just a PC Gamer show? Did that already happen?
I think that's
That
tonight, isn't it?
happened earlier
Or it did
today.
happen.
The Square Enix thing's happening right now, but I don't really give a shit.
Just we know that episode, the first
It-
episode of Remake, is just Midgar.
Yeah, I know.
So, John, you just posted a screenshot of somebody having a stroke.
I guess. Hergenschurg. All right, here we go. Let's get levels. All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. This is John talking Matt.
This is Matt talking John. I mean
Fuck.
TJ.
Fuck. That's really it.
Okay, I feel like I'm way too loud now. I feel like I was blasting out.
Ass blasting.
You know I love an ass blast. Yeah, my mic's peaking.
I should.
Yeah, it's because it's set to 100 for some
Twitter.
reason.
And then I need to post that we're doing this. Let's try and post it everywhere.
All right, this is John talking again. Matt, go. And
Hey,
then
this
TJ.
is Matt, and now TJ talks.
Fuck, 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 fuck. Yes.
Okay, John again. Matt.
Matt again, John, TJ.
Uh-huh. I'm here.
All right, TJ's a little loud.
Yes, I am. Please turn me down.
Turn me down. I don't have control. Can't turn down. Matt has the
I gave
exclusive
you
control
control.
over the volume of this.
No, you have control.
I don't have any options on the left-hand side here. I got screen share, showcase, and chat.
You're out of control.
Just turn TJ down a little bit, Matt.
I don't know, it's showing everybody's volume at 0 for me.
Well, that seems good.
Okay, let's try it. How about now, TJ?
Am I good? Can
Oh,
you
he
hear
seems
me?
louder now.
Okay.
Try now.
All right. It's me. I'm
All right,
talking.
that might be better. Let's listen. All right, John's going, then TJ.
1, 2, 3.
All right, that's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go refill my sody pop, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll get going.
Hello, everybody that comes early. My
Hi,
name's
everybody.
TJ. I'm not well. Never well. Everything gets better. Or sorry, everything doesn't get better. Everything gets worse. Every day is the worst day ever. And the next day is even worse, sir.
This is a really good
Worst
energy to
assured.
start out the show on.
Yeah.
It's really gonna pump people up.
Here's a jar that just says bugs on it. I think.
Are there bugs in it?
No, there's not. There's paintings of like
Is
bugs
there
on
AIDS
it.
in it?
Probably. Let me lick
The
it.
bug.
Oh, snap. There's a kitty in your picture.
Which one?
It's okay.
You?
Just on the ground. Yeah,
Oh.
that's the one.
He's gonna start screaming, I'm sure.
We're born in the 80s ing live right now. Talking E3? Oh,
Hey, what's up, bros?
maybe other things?
All right, let's listen to levels again. And this is John, and then Matt, and then
Hi, my
TJ.
name is Matt. Now TJ goes.
Yeah, I'm here and maybe.
All right, John again, and then Matt.
I feel like this is taking longer than usual.
Okay, that's a little loud, but it's fine.
I can turn
I'm just
myself
gonna
down.
copy and paste this. We need to get our
Dip-a-dip-doo.
Like
engagement
half a
up.
decibel, Matt. I think.
Okay.
Like,
I haven't
I
been
did-
engaged in
I did that.
years.
all right,
Okay.
I'm gonna back away from my mic a little bit and get this better.
Okay.
How? All right, that's me now. All right, much better. I think we're ready to go. Somebody post on the Discord.
Okay.
It
Me.
was TJ. TJ did it.
Plug your own shit.
All right, I think we're ready to go.
Um,
Switch on the
Yes.
face cams and let's fucking blast this
my
ass.
face cam's on.
Let's blast the ass of this show.
Let's make this show one full ass blast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the theme of the last week's episode.
It's
so,
the Born
Blast
of the
the
80s
show's
Asscast podcast.
so we need to not talk about poop as much this week.
I could talk about poop all day long.
I know, but I
I've
think
barely
that
been
people
eating.
don't
I'm
want
pooping like way less now that I eat a ton of probiotics.
it. Oh my god.
Cool.
My poops are a nightmare because I've been eating this cake with gray frosting.
Oh.
And the gray and black frosting is ruining the color. Food coloring is a heck of a thing. It's okay though.
Not even getting blackout drunk at Lauren's party was enough to mess up with my poops. I got the good
Man, your
poops.
probiotics are just—they're
They're the best.
just keeping you. Okay, that's enough poop talk, but that'll be in the end.
Welcome
Let's
to
start-
Poop Talks.
Oh, let's start the episode. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 358. I'm your host, John Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Haig.
And TJ May.
I noticed I didn't use my real last name there because I don't want people to know it's me.
On account of all
Yes.
the poop
Because
talk.
all we do is talk about poop. No, god damn it. All we talked about last week, except for not at all.
TJ,
but
how's your
it's-
poop?
I was a little constipated today,
God
Yeah.
damn it.
but it's fine because I'm changing my initials. I'm no longer TJ.
What are you, BM?
I'm BM.
Heyo. What a
So-
week, guys.
Yeah.
I'm the botulism moron. What does BM stand for again?
Bowel
That's my-
movement.
Oh, okay, same thing.
Speaking of BMs, how about E3, right? Guys, right?
Oh,
Oh, what a BM, huh?
What a poop show.
Yeah.
What a pile of
I don't know. There's a Scarlet thing, because Xbox announced a new console, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't get to that part of the Xbox show.
That's fine.
That's at literally the
It's
last
Scarlet
5
spelt
minutes.
wrong, and that's a project name. Not
got
even
two
That's just
Ts?
like the working
It's got
title.
2 T's. Yeah.
And they'll come up with
Like,
something dumb like how the old one
Bye,
used to be
dog.
called Scorpio.
Wait. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not watching the Square Enix thing right now.
Scorpio.
But Wario 64 on Twitter, that's a legit thing. They don't post memes, right?
I don't know.
Whereas like a hard drive is all memes and like satire. Because Wario 64 just said Final Fantasy VIII finally being re-released.
Okay.
And someone else just says feet, toes, oh, that's the that's Kerba first says hashtag FF8.
Matt,
I'm missing my important thing. I gotta mute and find out.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
mute
TJ's gonna go away and learn
because
about the Final Fantasy.
TJ is literally reading out comments from a Twitch stream.
He's live on the scene of E3, getting
Yeah.
us those deets, those important deets. John, what was your highlight of this E3 missed season? We all gathered around the E3 tree, and we opened up our presents.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nintendo's tomorrow, so that's the bigger thing. But
Yeah.
I need my Final Fantasy VIII fix, so I need to see what's going on.
It's not going to happen.
When you opened up your E3 stocking and your face lit up with joy, what did you see?
So you want let's condense this E3 talk down to. And I agree with Matt here. What's the most exciting thing that for you in E3 this year?
Honestly, not much. I saw a cool game about being a magical Japanese deer. And they're turning Fallout 76 into a normal game by bringing NPCs in.
I know. I love how they pivoted Fallout 76 to be like, yeah, obviously this is exactly what we meant to do the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
So we're going to
It's the way-
rebuild. We definitely didn't just release half a game the first time.
I know. And then it's got Battle Royale as well with 52, which is probably the most it can handle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, that's the number because you can't handle anymore. I don't know that I'm going to play that Battle Royale at all, but maybe like once or twice to see how it works.
I think probably one of my favorite moments in E3, and it's kind of a meme, but the Keanu Reeves reveal for Cyberpunk 2077 was pretty good.
Yeah.
Just because I was absolutely in no way expecting that to happen, and he seemed to be having a genuinely great time. So
Yeah.
that's
The new
really
Watch Dog game looks pretty neat too. I don't know that. Like, I've never
It
played
does.
a Watch Dogs game, but I might pick that up.
Yeah,
The whole thing is it's in
the second
London.
one's supposedly really good, but I haven't watched it yet either.
It's in London, and you can recruit literally anybody in the city to join your team.
Yeah, and like an old lady assassin, ex
Yeah.
secret agent old lady. So a couple like real weird things in general, like for instance, E3 2019, no Dragon Age 4, even though there was a teaser trailer last year. They didn't talk about it at all. EA didn't do like a press conference. They just had like a full day of like just random announcements over the whole day.
They just had a man run up and shout it in the game.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that was
Yeah. Microsoft had a Psychonauts 2 trailer. I guess they bought Double Fine Games.
yeah, they did.
So there's the thing. A lot of streaming stuff going on.
That guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is making a show about game developers.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah. Bethesda was weird as a press conference. There was some interesting stuff. They talked a lot about their tech, which is probably like I think I was watching a stream where they were talking about this is like a developer conference thing that they should be talking about, like, because they were like, hey, if you use our tech that we made for streaming games, like all these new like Stadia and all are talking about, it'll make a game stream better on the back end. We're like, okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, but if it makes things better. What was really disappointing is no mention or anything about Starfield, and no mention or anything about Elder Scrolls 6. Two things that they had teaser trailers for last year, with a year later, nothing extra.
But I think we knew going in ahead of time. I think they had made an announcement that there wasn't going to be anything about those games.
Yeah, I think they mentioned that at least a week ago.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Come on.
Maybe they didn't
Final
want to
Fantasy
like.
8's getting a remaster. It's come out this year.
They didn't want to contaminate their apology fest with new game titles.
Man, I guess Midnight Ghost Hunt was at the PC gaming show.
Yeah, that's why I'm on their Discord, and I got a push notification to tune into the PC gaming show. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known what's going on at all.
That seems like a real like small dev team indie
I think it's just one dude, like for the most part.
And it kind of blew up. They had
also he was like one of the only developers in that press conference that wasn't awkward as shit.
Oh yeah,
he like actually knew how to talk to people on the stage.
Nice. Baldur's Gate 3 had like a teaser, which is like nothing. And Shenmue 3 also had like a little trailer, but that's coming out this year.
Yeah.
That doesn't look great.
It looks really bad.
It looks old.
Yeah, it looks like it's on a 2003 engine or something.
There was a copy of the Dreamcast version of Shenmue in my store this past week.
I also like that the Epic Game Store is going to take Shenmue 3, I guess, will be the launch for that.
Yep.
But, like, I feel like people, like, probably pre-ordered that thinking it was going to be on Steam on PC. But I guess... Man, this year's E3 is really kind of muted, huh? Nothing really that exciting. I guess I kind of like the idea that the Xbox Game Pass is going to be on Windows now. So you could just pay the whatever $10 a month or whatever to get.
Yeah.
Here's a full list of games on Xbox Game Pass. So Matt, it's kind of like PS Plus, but for your PC.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the big ones. Ark Survival Evolved, that's a pretty popular game. Astroneer, that's a pretty popular game. Bridge Constructor, wow, lots of real games. Crackdown 3. This is one they touted a lot. Football Manager 2019. guess people are into that. Gears of War Ultimate Edition Windows 10. So that must have been Gears of War 1? Anyway, Gears of War 4, both the Halo Wars. They're talking about how Halo is getting ported to the PC, the whole collection, and that'll be available later, not right now. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Hollow Knight, Forza Horizon 4, Metro Exodus, like a lot of really big games that came out like last year. Mutant Year Zero. And this is like basically making me like, maybe I shouldn't have a Humble Bundle subscription. I could just pay $10 a month for all these. Like ReCore, Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden, which is kind of like XCOM. I heard that's pretty cool. Shenmue 1 and 2, oh snap. Sunset Overdrive, which I like to play. State of Decay 2 is on there. Fuck, man. Sea of Thieves. It's all on here, man. For fucking $10 a month. Like Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus. I mean, I played a lot of these games, but I mean, fuck. This is and this is $10 a month. What a fucking deal! And actually, it's $1 for the first month. So, I mean, oh wait, great list of games. I noticed that it's $1, $5 for that.
I just remembered another trailer that caught my attention and then immediately confused me.
Okay.
The Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
It looked really cool,
yeah.
And I was not expecting that to be the property.
Yeah.
Like, all right, sure, I guess. Suspenseful, like, mystery game. It looked...
I can't believe Sony's skipping E3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just weird. Okay, Ubisoft is also weird, because they didn't have any Beyond Good and Evil 2 stuff. And they showed a pretty big trailer last year and talked about it. And then literally nothing this year. Man, I don't know. And there wasn't any that Skull and Bones, that like ship combat game.
Mm-hmm.
Also wasn't here, and that had like a game trailer last year. People were like, that's coming out this fall last year, and then it didn't come out. So I don't know. What's most exciting to me that I saw?
How about that Microsoft Flight Simulator?
That's up there, man. Honestly, that would be like the fact that they're making a flight simulator with like Google Maps involved
Yeah,
with like
it looks really cool.
It looks so good. I think the most exciting thing for me though is Game Pass on PC, because $5 a month for a ton of games, and Game Pass isn't a streaming thing. So
no, you download it.
You download the games and then play them, and then when you stop paying, you can't access them. So, but
and there's also
really
Xbox.
Cool.
For me, that still has the Xbox. There's also Xbox Live Ultimate, which gives me Xbox Live and the Game Pass on Xbox and Game Pass on PC.
Yeah, that was a really neat thing they announced. I think Microsoft's really been knocking out of the park with their services, because people were like, oh man, because there's already this Xbox Live Ultimate, which is Xbox Live, which allows you to play games multiplayer, and then the Xbox Game Pass for Xbox, so that's like the thing. And then, we're going to have to pay more if you want on PC. They're like, no, it's included. Like, all right, fucking yeah, what a great deal. Like, $15 a month, basically, for all the games you can play on your PC and Xbox and Gold, so yeah, that's a stellar deal. You know, even though I think PlayStation Plus is $5 a month, but
what do you think about the big push to game streaming?
I think it's a really cool idea. I think also, as we know with one of our co-podcast hosts, that really depends on a good internet connection, and a lot of people don't have it. So
I don't.
It was they are being pretty optimistic, saying like, well, if you got 10 megs down, you can still get like 720. And I mean, we'll see. I heard some of the demos have been kind of hit or miss. Like some people were saying,
like the actual hands-on stuff on the floor. Okay.
Yeah, like the Xbox One they were doing, and they were like, it worked really well up until the Wi-Fi started getting wonky, and then they just got disconnected. So you're really just kind of like, yeah. But they said, I guess the input lag was basically non-existent. Like you couldn't tell. So I honestly think that's probably a huge part of the future, and I love the idea of the fact that in the future I won't have to spend $1,500 on a gaming PC. I can just
you basically just have like a screen with a controller attached to it.
That's all you need. Honestly, like if the Stadia really takes off, or the Xbox One, which they said would be available through like a lot of devices, all you'll need is just a TV, basically, instead of but I guess if you want to stream and do other PC stuff, you'll need all that. But actually not with Stadia, because Stadia actually can go live to YouTube like automatically. So, anyway, yeah, that's a lot of really interesting tech this year. I guess it's kind of one of those things you gotta see it to believe it, get it and try it. But I think they said that Stadia, one of them has like an open beta. I think it was the Bethesda one. So I think if you go on the Doom website, it's like Doom Champions or something, and you sign up, they're going to have like an open beta free where you can stream the 2016 Doom game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can just try it with the 2016 Doom game. So that sounds pretty awesome.
Or it's that Doom Eternal?
Yeah, no.
2016 is just Doom.
It was Doom
right,
Slayers
but John
Club.
said Doom Champions, and then Champions is
no,
a Quake
it's
thing.
Doom. Stop.
Yeah.
It's Doom's Slayers Club.
Doom Slayers Club.
Yeah, so if you sign up, create a account on the Doom Slayers Club, which is just log in with your Bethesda account.
Join the club.
So they said something about how you'll be able to play, Orion. First in the world to stream Doom 2016 using Orion. All you need to do is sign up. Oh, what? Oh, fuck you. God damn it. So they talked about this in the podcast, like if you sign up, you can try it. But it's no, if you sign up, you'll get a slot to possibly participate in the public trial.
Awesome.
Wait, the first trial will be for iOS 11 plus devices, so not even be able to play on PC or Android. So, yeah, it's Android.
I'm going to play Doom on my phone.
Can I even play it on my phone? My phone's not listed on the phones that are... I have too old of a phone.
You should upgrade to an iPhone.
No. Actually, I've been thinking about it, but to be honest, my phone is not listed on here. My choose your device is not listed. I'm just going to say Samsung Galaxy S7 because that's the closest to what I have.
Apparently, there's a Wii version of Just Dance 2020 happening.
Yes, there is. I don't have a device. You know, I'm gonna actually just put Google Pixel 3. Because that's what I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna buy Google Pixel 3a.
Buy it on the podcast.
I'm really actually disappointed that the Orion thing. They didn't say a lot in their little thing. I was kind of excited for that to be able to try it for free, but it sounds like it's going to be on iOS or Android. They're not going to have like a PC version right away to try. So I can't complain about how it's laggy. All right. Let's
I'm
move off
intrigued
E3.
by the Fallout 76 updates, but all I play now is World of Warcraft. So
yeah, I'm actually really excited about that. Hey, look, it's Kind of Funny Games on E3. Ugh. No offense. And I'm not a huge fan of Kind of Funny Games, but didn't they have that guy who's terrible?
TJ, save us from this.
Yes. So I've got a little tiny sommelier bit here.
All right.
Because I have a review I didn't put in the doc. Because sneakily, I didn't pay attention to when this happened, but sometime around 2 to 4 months ago, Taco Bell has a new soda on tap. But it's not really a new soda, it's just a new variant.
Okay.
They now have a 0 sugar variant of their Baja Blast.
Yes, I had some of this.
It does not taste exactly the same as Baja Blast.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it a little better. I'm enjoying it more than regular Baja Blast. It's a tad bit on the sweeter side, even though it's not using sugar at all.
Well, artificial sweeteners are like insanely sweet, so they usually that's how they get away with it, like being no calories. They use so little of it.
It doesn't really have that. It doesn't really have that kind of diet pungency power that like a Diet Coke, a Diet Pepsi, or even a Diet Mountain Dew has.
That's Diet Man's special power.
Yeah.
Diet pungency power.
Diet pungency power. What are we using? Are we still using sucralose for most of these sodas?
I don't know. I'm trying to find that real quick.
Everything gives you cancer, so.
Sucralose is Splenda. But there's also aspartame and what's the other one?
Aspartame is the one that really tastes like shit.
No.
Yeah.
I hate the aspartame
Diet
flavor.
Coke is so good, and it has aspartame in it.
Saccharin, I think, is the other one.
Let's go to PepsiCoBeverageFacts.com.
So, Pepsi Zero Sugar is probably the same as the other zero sugars. Yeah. It is aspartame.
Okay.
And aspartate potassium. ACE K. Calorie-free sugar substitute.
Yep, that's what it says on the PepsiCo website.
So I think the aspartate
Aren't you a scientist?
No, because all the stuff we make is natural. So I don't know anything about these chemical names.
Yeah, you don't want to put chemicals in your body.
I thought this must have been newer, but it's not really. Ace K was invented in the 60s.
Oh man, so many variants of Taco Bell of Mountain Dew.
Do you want to know something about effectiveness with sugar substitutes for weight reduction?
That it's 0.
Here's what Wikipedia has to say, and I have to agree. Ace K provides a sweet taste without affecting glycemic responses that the high content of caloric sugars. Some studies, however, discovered that the consumption of non-nutritive sweeteners led to weight gain because people over-ingest calories, thus increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay, whatever. A 2016 systematic review of published studies about the effects of artificially sweetened beverages on weight found that artificial sweetener industry-sponsored studies were significantly more likely to have favorable results than non-industry-sponsored studies. Oh, but on the other side of the coin, all published studies that were funded by competitor industries reported unfavorable conclusions.
Like the sugar industry?
So it seems like, depending... So, you know, what honestly that means is probably... It really doesn't have an effect. And you can adjust your study to make it slightly favor whatever side you want.
You said something about, like, glycemic response, I think.
Yeah.
So if that's what I'm thinking of, it's like when your mouth tastes sugar, your sweetness, your, like, guts start to ramp up insulin production and stuff because it's like, oh, a bunch of sugar's coming and gotta get ready for that. And then when it gets an artificial sweetener instead, it can, like, fuck some shit up. Or get confused somehow, so that it just like lessens that overall response in general.
That is not proven,
right?
Basically, that's what people think is happening, but there's not really a way. I mean, you have to understand the brain basically to figure out how that would work. But the idea is, yes, when you have high sugar content food, it makes your body ramp up the production of insulin so it can be prepared to break down the sugars. But
that idea is just crazy that like you taste something and then systems in your body just activate to prepare.
Yeah, body's a cool thing. But so that's like why people are talking about you want to have like high glycemic foods for energy recovery after exercise. You're like eating a candy bar after you like run a marathon basically because you're like I need sugar right away because I've used it all up. Or and you have cold pasta beforehand.
If I don't do that, if I don't exercise and I want to be super like trim and hot, what do I eat then?
I've got it. Nothing.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, just starve yourself.
I'll give it a shot.
I can't.
I've been trying to eat one out of every 4 meals. It's been interesting.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's why you're constipated, TJ.
Yeah, probably.
That's true.
Gotta supplement it with a few Metamucil cabinets and some water.
Caplets.
What did I say?
You said cabinets.
Cabinets.
That's a lot of Metamucil.
It's a few capillaries.
All right, you guys, we got to talk about this because...
Oh, my Pokemon buddy found a candy. Hold on.
I tanted this last week. You can do whatever the fuck you want on Pokemon while I set this
I need like 14 more candies before I can evolve him. So he can
What are you evolving?
A Charizard into the big one, the final form, or at least the third form. I don't know if that's the final one.
Charmeleon into Charizard. Got it.
Okay.
My Flamin' Lizard Boy. Hot Lizard Boy.
Tomorrow's the last day for 4 times candy, so...
Oh, is that why I've been getting so many candies?
Yes, it's 1.25 kilometers per candy.
I really should have
with your buddy
been walking around more, and by that I mean at all.
Yeah,
I've been taking my daughter because Pokemon Go has been the thing that she's now been playing.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then there's a few parks in the area that have just a million Pokestops, so you can not have to pay for the game. And and then if you want to get coins to upgrade your stuff, there's a lot of gyms in the area, so just put your Pokemon there and get your free coins.
Last summer when I was getting out and walking more, I had like a route around the neighborhood that passed a bunch of Pokestops.
I just don't walk, so actually I feel like I should try it again because the one reason I didn't like it is because you had to have it open for it to count your steps.
Yeah, that change has made a big difference for me.
Because that's like, no offense to whoever designed that. I'm sure there was reasons why. But a lot of apps can count your steps in the background, 1. And 2, walking around with your phone out in front of you is not a great way to walk around.
Well,
like, my thought...
It drained battery so fast.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up getting like backup battery packs.
Yep, that's what I did too. And I was like, this is not a great solution of me just walking around holding my phone out. So I like the idea of let's take a walk. All right, now we've walked for a bit. Let's pull out the phone and see what's around and how many steps I've done. And, or I know where Pokestops are. So let's walk to that spot and then pull the phone out. And, so. Man, I should probably reinstall that.
Do it, you coward.
I mean, yeah, I haven't played in like 2 years, so like when I was playing it was like basically still, like I think maybe it was the second gen, like Gold and Silver Pokemon being introduced. So I think they've gone way past that now.
Yeah, there's a lot of new ones, and I've still invested 0 effort into learning about any of the Pokemon. So I'm just
fun.
like, oh, that's a new weird thing.
That's I mean, that's kind of what Pokemon is. You do have to catch them all.
I do.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then I have a I think it's called Poke Genie, where you take a screenshot of your Pokemon and import it into this other app, and it'll like break down the stats for you and tell you whether to keep it or not. It's pretty great.
On the other side of things, we do know how the new Pokemon game is going to be able to get Pokemon from old games too.
How?
So there's something called Pokemon Home.
Okay.
It's gonna be released. It's very similar to. It's probably gonna be very similar to the Pokemon Bank, and it's gonna let you transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go, from the Pokemon Let's Go games, from the Pokemon 3DS games, and put them into Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that's gonna be coming out early next year. Pokemon Home was announced at the same time as Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah.
Which is the one that monitors your sleep.
So wait, I can get monitor while I'm walking and while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Yep.
What if I sleepwalk?
Oh, then you'll be double dipping.
Double dipping, baby. All right.
There you
pop
go.
a lot of ambience, and then try and keep myself up. I've always wanted to try that. It seemed like a fun legal trip you can take.
I don't think it's fun because you don't remember any of it.
No, but you have like other people around to document it.
All right. You could just get like blackout drunk.
Yeah,
That's the same thing.
No. People. Okay, well, we've got a new Reddit.
Okay, is it r/Ambien?
Yeah. No, I think it is r/Ambien because that's like all it is stories about that. But I guess the idea, the way that Ambien works is basically you just go to sleep. It makes it easier for you to fall asleep. But if you don't go to sleep, it makes your body go real weird. Because it must have something to do. I don't know why it does that, but I'm just going to read this one real quick. Last night I really fucked up. I took Ambien and didn't go to bed immediately. Ended up shaving my balls and Snapchatting it to half the people in my friends list with the caption, "Smoothest balls in America, the USA." So that's it, really. Just basically a bunch of people started texting me like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then he said, "Also, I tried to make a sandwich but didn't have any bread, and so there was a mac and cheese and mashed potato smashed between 2 slices of deli ham in a bowl." So it didn't really work out. But anyway, yeah. So that's Ambien. I guess that's a problem. You need like a keeper. You know what I mean? Make sure you don't do stuff. But there's always like people that are like, "Hey, I bought a bunch of dumb shit." This person bought a $2,600 live yak, a cow from some Yaks and Things LLC farm. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about Reddit.
Okay.
I tanted this last week, so I got to get in on this. Because I'm so glad I didn't forget about this because I didn't link it in the in our little chat thing. So we talked about this friend zone thing. I am 27M. I'm seeking advice on how to handle extreme jealousy about another guy who is sweeping the woman 25F that I love off her feet. Known this woman for months, but I have not progressed romantically. And he also says, "Throwaway account. Don't want to come off weirdly." So smart
This sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. Matt, did you write this?
No. Did we do this one already?
No, we didn't.
Okay, it's just
we hinted at it.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to get everybody excited. There's this girl, and maybe you already know the story so well because it's just I've seen the original. This is the reboot. There's this girl I find amazingly attractive. She's stunning in every way and treats me very kindly. That's not good. But she's not interested in me sexually or romantically. Okay, that's then.
The end of question.
The end. Yeah.
So, you could find us at bornintheeighties.com or whatever.
What?
I don't know.
Bornintheeighties.net.
.netcom.
Okay, anyway.
It's .com.
She's interested in this one guy that I've grown to hate and have extreme jealousy towards. I've only met him twice now, but it's like I can't stop ruminating on him. Ooh, nice. He gets his vocab points for the day. He's the one who managed to capture this beautiful girl's fascination.
Okay, she's not a cat, though.
And me, who have been trying. I don't know about that. And I, who has been trying like crazy to get her attention, is just brushed aside. Get your tenses right, buddy. He walks in less than a week of knowing her, and she's already fallen for him. This guy is her type, quote unquote, I guess. Musician, plays guitar and piano. He's an artist too, and works in graphic design. Freelance too. So he has all this time to pursue other hobbies and interests. I don't think that's how freelance works.
No.
I think freelance is I barely have enough money to survive. So
Yeah.
I got some extra time to play guitar,
And
but I'd rather have money.
Every waking moment that you don't work on your freelance craft, you're losing money.
Yeah. So work on his own schedule, which he thinks is just so awesome. Because this guy's already lost. It's like over. Because of this,
Yeah, it started out like, all right, how do I get over this jealousy problem that I have? And then it took a turn.
Yeah, because of this, he's got plenty of time to improve himself and get even more above my level. Graphic designing, freelance musician, interested in art history and design theory, and the same literary interests as the girl in question. He's also heavily involved in the punk rock music scene.
This guy sounds really cool. Can I date him?
Yeah, this guy sounds great. Yeah, I want to meet him. Always going to shows and stuff. He's a stoner. That doesn't sound very punk rock to me. Fucking straight edge for life, baby.
The true punk is Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of Christian straight edge crossover.
Mm-hmm.
I won't disagree. Always going to shows and stuff. He's a stoner. He spends a lot of time going out to pubs, which I guess if you're a stoner, you go out to a bar. I don't know if you can.
I don't know. Maybe he's just jealous that
Colorado.
this guy like leaves his place of home.
This is great. Or wandering the city looking for inspiration and spots to work on his art or music.
I think this
is
guy
he
has
following this guy, or is like how would he know that he's just going off?
Yeah, I mean, especially since he said he's only met this guy twice.
Yeah. And she thinks it's so fascinating that he works in his field of interest for a stupid independent musical artist designing their album covers and logos and working on store banners for shops that sell skateboards or music merchandise. Seems unrealistic to me to continue in this business in this economy. Oh, thank you. God, this is such a parody of itself. But she likes it, and you can tell how much it's getting to me because I've remembered every single detail that she tells me about this guy. And I've remembered every little thing he said to us the 2 times we've been out in the social setting together. I've recorded our conversation. No, I'm sorry. That's basically what it sounds like. He treats me well enough, which makes me even more mad. It's like I'm here getting more and more angry and frustrated, and he's laid back, sipping on his stupid alcoholic beverage. What? Giving himself cirrhosis of the liver while casually chatting about some things she, of course, thinks is so interesting. It sounds like this guy is extremely uptight and awful.
Yeah.
And the reason why this chick isn't dating you is because you're not, like, judging people that are drinking one beer. Like, I don't know. She sits there staring at him and then feels bad and tries to include me in the conversations. I don't want sympathy conversation.
Then why are you with them?
Oh,
Just stay home, dude. You're harshing everybody's buds.
This is more painful to read than I thought it was going to be. But we're going to we got a lot left here. I'm not too horribly overweight. A bit of a chub. And I know my nose is too big for my face. But these are some small things to look past for someone who'll be there for you, not be high out of his mind on who knows what plus weed and the alcohol. Is a guy like 60? I'm able to connect on a platonic level with her and carry on conversations. But you can tell she is 100% not interested in me, even though we have a lot in common. As soon as I met this guy for the first time, I thought, holy shit, he looks just like Judd Nelson when he was young. And I'm serious here. Looks just like him in the Breakfast Club. Same fucking hair and everything. Makes me so mad that this is the type she's into. She told me that he reminds her of John Bender as well. Because I brought it up, kind of subtly point out that she's going for the type of kind of a loser. Stoner, drinking, no realistic plans for the future. And she got excited about it. I know he does. He's told that constantly, though. Someone even bought him a little figure as a joke because it's how often he's told it. I guess he really looks like this guy. Then she starts laughing and blushing like a little girl. Pathetic behavior. What? Real great. John Bender walks into my real life, goes into graphic design, and hijacks my life. Just my eye luck. Well, this guy's disintegrating as we talk here.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
Also, apparently, this one girl that he has a crush on is his entire life.
It's dude, not even. We're getting it. We got ways to go here in the journey. I'm so bitter, and I want to rip his stupid leather jacket off of her shoulders when she's wearing it. I've been tempted to steal one of his stupid band pinks off the jacket too.
I don't know what that pinks.
Is. I mean, maybe he's talking about pins. Like, it's probably jackets.
Oh, yeah, band pins.
Band pins. Just out of spite. But I have to act like an adult here. You realize why she's not with you, right?
Because you're a shitbag.
No. It's because this guy is definitely not into this kind of thing. And she is. So you don't have anything in common, actually, is what it turns out.
Yeah, but he's also just like, I want to steal his jacket and rip it off. It makes me so angry. Like,
well, yeah, you'd be angry like, too if a girl you wanted to date was more interested in someone else.
Nah.
What I'm saying is that you just got to get yourself out of the situation. It's over, dude. Like, the biggest piece of advice I can give to people that like get friend zoned is that you need to realize that you have an you're making this person into an idol, and you're looking past all of the signs and signals that show that you wouldn't be actually a good match. Like the fact that she's way into all of this stuff that this guy hates is clear that she's not just doing that because like, oh, she wants to like spite you and get with some loser. She just likes that type of guy. And maybe she's kind of like that, and she's acting like you like her to act when she's around you because she's just being nice, you know? Like, I think you just got to realize that you don't know her as well as you thought you did. So you just go find a girl that is like you, that likes to make fun of people that drink and smoke. And there's probably plenty of those girls around. So anyway, sorry. Let's move on. He's the type of guy that can sleep in and wear whatever he wants because he works for himself and has all this free time, blah, blah, blah. That's like a child. How will he support her? Then I can dress up in a tie every day, make money, be responsible and stable, and she still won't give me the time of day.
It's almost like those aren't the things she's interested in.
I know. I know she'll never love me. How do I overcome this immense jealousy? Thank you. We're getting to the part that is, we didn't need to know the rest of that to get to your question. How do I overcome this immense jealousy? He doesn't even seem to be aware that she's in love with him. Oh, wow. Wow, man. All right, stick around, buddy, because this guy may dump the shit out of her, and you can pick up those easy scraps. He's oblivious, and I don't get what she sees in this type of individual. We're supposed to go out together again with him and one of his friend and the friend's girlfriend in a group of 6. I don't know if I can handle this again, but I'm starting to show signs of this extreme jealousy, and I don't want him to know it, because then he gets the upper hand again. If it's just a group of 6, there's more people to talk to, and I might not be as socially uncomfortable in that situation. It might give me a chance to regain my dignity, composition, and composure. I feel like composition and composure are the same thing. That's it. TLDR, young Judd Nelson looked like is a stoner graphic designer who walks into my life, captures the attention of the love of my life. She thinks the fact that he works in his field of interest in designing album covers for punk rock bands is so cool. She's fascinated by this guy and hangs on his every word, even though she just met him. She brushed me aside when I've been working to get her attention for so long. Oh, fuck, man.
It's not like it's not like you put in a certain amount of effort and then you get your reward. That's not how this works.
Some of the comments are pointing out some of the best lines here. I've been working to get her attention for so long. I wear a tie, which I liked. It's like some sort of... I know she's fully capable of making her own choices. Yeah, it's real bad. Yeah. That's a bad one.
Yeah, that one just made me sad, John.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, I've got one that'll make you excited.
Okay,
but not in a good way.
Oh no.
This is an am I the asshole?
Okay,
but it's about relationships.
You're stealing TJ's bit.
I know, TJ, but you don't have this one prepared unless you did.
No, you're good.
Am I the AITA? Am I the asshole?
Okay.
For sleeping with my cousin? Question mark. They're really just blasting it away right away here. All right. This is from a throwaway account as well. Me and my family have a big country house.
We're also country. Lannisters.
And my parents decided to have my uncle, his wife, and their son, who we'll call Tom, over this last weekend as the weather seemed quite lovely. Here's the important key part. Tom isn't blood related to me, as he was adopted a year before I was born. And he knows that he's adopted. We're both about the same age. And they're both of age, she's saying. Neither mine nor his family has enough free time to travel, so this was a good opportunity for us to catch up. So they're not really cousins. They're just two similarly aged, probably, I'm assuming like 18 or 19-year-olds. Who were brought up as cousins, but they aren't blood related. I recently broke up with my boyfriend and I'm going through a rough patch. Nothing serious, just a lot of negative emotions. I was excited to spend some time with family and get my mind off things. We catch up, have a fantastic dinner, drinks are flowing, and I got quite tipsy. Me and Tom were Snapchatting. I mean, Snapchatting's ruining the world. Each other and making fun of our drunk parents. Suddenly our convo got a bit more playful. I put down my phone and tried to pay more attention to the heated Brexit debate that was taking place. Ugh. I couldn't be bothered to listen, so we picked up the phone again. So the parents caused this.
Yeah.
Right, talking about Brexit.
Brexit is driving cousins to sleep with each other.
Exactly. I couldn't be bothered to listen, so I picked up my phone up and started downright flirting with Tom. We kept chatting over Snapchat throughout the entire night. It got quite late, and everybody went to bed. Me and Tom kept texting each other. I tell him to come into my room so we can watch a film. He did, and as you can imagine, we never got around to seeing the film. There's dropping a lot of clues here, but we'll get to it. The morning after, Tom and his parents were leaving early, so I got up to say my goodbyes. I went back in to have breakfast and enjoy the rest of the weekend. My parents came in the room and started shouting at me. My mum... Bum, bum, bum. The British people. The whole time when I was reading this, I was like, oh, these are some Arkansas-ass people. And you get down, and the Brexit talk's a hint, saying, watch a film. My mum is God, I love that fucking term. It sounds so childish. My mum is a light sleeper. So when she heard movement upstairs, she woke up. She proceeded to hear us have sex. God, was she upset. Oh, that face when you hear your daughter have sex with her cousin. I got called pretty much every name in the book. She said that she will not get over it, and even if she does, she'll never forget it. Both Mum and Dad, should be Da. Mum and Da were not currently speaking to me. I'm not sure if they will tell my uncle or aunt, and I really hope not.
They will.
My argument is, he isn't related to me, and there are no strings attached. We both made that clear when we woke up in the morning. My parents said I'm a disgrace to the family. Am I the asshole? Okay, we had a couple great quotes here from Twitter. The top rated comment is heated Brexit moment. I think that somebody here was also swerved saying, should I stop reading at Big Country House because I feel like it's enough? But it wasn't. It took you for a spin because it wasn't in the South.
No.
It was across the pond.
Britain does have a country. And they do have bumpkins. They probably call them something else, though. I'm interested in the idea that her parents are like, this is all your fault. You did this.
Somebody brought this up actually specifically, the next comment down was like, why is she getting blamed entirely for this situation?
You harlot.
Yeah.
With your irresistible vagina.
Yep.
I'll say this. They're not related, so I guess it's not like a heinous thing, but it's just a little ooky.
It's a little awkward.
And you can't really blame your parents for being upset because, you two that banged each other might felt like you weren't as like cousins, but I'm sure your parents remember when you were both like 5 or 6 running around playing at a family thing, and now you're fucking loudly enough to wake up your parents.
Yeah.
I feel like you could probably keep it in your pants during the family vacation in the country home, but I guess not. It really depends.
Roads.
My opinion, though, 100% on whether or not I agree with the parents is their opinion on the Brexit debate.
Yes.
If they're pro-Brexit, go on fucking your cousin. If they're anti-Brexit, you're fucking gross. So. Anyway. I thought that one was good. So
That's... Yeah. It's just, I honestly don't know how I feel about that.
I know. On first blush,
there's a lot of complicated variables that make it.
Look, I 100% think that person is the asshole, not because it was the cousin thing,
but because it was
you
at the
had
family
sex
get-together.
At a family get-together, loud enough to wake up your parents.
Okay.
That's
I
just,
can agree
come
with
on.
that.
That's you know what? I get mad. I got mad in college when shit like that would happen. When you'd be in a dorm room and your fucking roommate would bring home a girl and they'd be making out and shit, and you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm in here. Go somewhere else. It's just weird. I don't want to be around that. Unless I'm invited.
Wink.
That's the real problem. You were just upset they never invited you.
Yeah. I was just sitting there I was a callback to a podcast, but young Adam staring out the window at the garbage man, just wanting to be there, be part of that world. That's a deep cut callback to Adam's childhood. I just love that image because every time I think of Adam, I think of the tiny little. Every time I think of Adam as well. There's for those who don't know, an old co-host of the podcast who's left us.
He's dead now.
For Illinois. He's dead to us. But
except he randomly posted on the Discord
I know. He has a very large beard, and so I always imagine him as a child just looking like a tiny child-sized version of himself with the beard and everything.
Just
because I just
idolizing the garbage man.
Just looking at that garbage man. And so that's the moral of this story, the meaning of the podcast, is find someone who looks at you like Adam looks at the garbage man. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's really, really fucked up situation. I have another one, but let's take a break and we'll come back to that one.
Okay.
And let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about TJ has some things prepared. I'm sure I don't have the talk open.
TJ, is he around?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
All right. I need to refill my drink.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Sorry, I've been chugging.
Yeah, you have been.
You guys don't talk about me while I'm gone.
Okay.
Let's talk about John.
Yeah. Well, I've got nothing prepared.
All right.
Absolutely nothing, and he'll only know about this when he edits the podcast.
I have continued to play World of Warcraft.
I'd like to play some
vanilla
more, but
mode.
I've just been in places and not sleeping well. But regardless, how is the vanilla servers? Because I've been when I've been playing, I've been on the retail.
It's pretty addictive. There have been several occasions where I sat down to play for like a half hour and then I sit there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the grind gets a lot slower though once you get the higher levels.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, it took me no time to get to like level 20, and now it's already slowed down a ton.
Yeah.
What's up?
But I am in like PvP areas now, so I do get murdered almost constantly.
Really?
Yeah, that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your experience in Classic WoW?
Yeah. Classic WoW, the WoW Classic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be able to thwart death by being entertaining, which is also what I do in real life.
So wait, are you saying like you can't speak with the enemy because
Right.
there's a language barrier?
But I'll blow
So you
kisses and dance and then lay down.
and then hopefully they don't kill you.
Then they'll laugh at me and either one-shot me or not.
Huh. Yeah, that's kind of one of those things that in the old game you'd just be like, I need to get a group.
Yeah.
Because
Well, there's a lot of like world chat stuff going on.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, is such and such player that we all know of being trouble? Let's get a posse together and go take him out.
Yeah. We used to do that all the time where it'd be like, oh, this fucker's messing around up here. I'm trying to quest. And then the guild would be like, hey, if anyone's not bored, if we get 2 or 3 of us together, we just whomp him and he'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that would happen. That would always be like a fun like group bonding moment. But still playing. What level are you in WoW Classic? Level cap's 40.
Isn't it
What?
60?
That's 60.
Oh,
No, it's 40 in the WoW Classic.
oh right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Like
Yeah.
22 or something.
Okay.
Things
Well,
really
I'm-
slowed down when I got like around level 17 and 18.
What class are you?
I'm a warlock. I'm
Okay.
an undead warlock. I need to go on my succubus quest, but it sounds really kind
Hard?
of annoying. Like lots of searching involved, so I don't really want to do that. I have to find 2 people that are pure of heart and murder them and take their hearts, I guess.
Oh. I mean, that
Okay.
sounds about right
Mm-hmm.
for a warlock. Oh, God, Matt, you got me thinking about WoW again.
Yeah.
I'm already into it.
You're already logged in
Yeah.
right now.
I'm not logged in right now, but I've been playing WoW Retail actually, not WoW Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I got way back into WoW Retail, so
I
It's
did a little
basically
bit
the
too,
same game.
but
I got a character. I guess I bought the expansion, which came with a free boost to 110. So I have a buddy, a real life friend of mine, who I'm still friends with talk to on Facebook and stuff, from my original World of Warcraft guild back
nice.
in raiding days. And he still plays retail, and I was like, hey, let me. I got a 110, a free level 110. Let me join whatever server you're mostly playing on. So
What is
Made
the
it
current level cap?
120.
120.
120.
Yeah. So the previous expansion was 110. So it basically just gives you a character ready to start the new expansion as part of you buying.
And I don't have the new expansion, so I could only hit 110.
Okay.
Oh, but you did get game time.
Yeah, I did.
Nice. Oh, that sounds good. Wait, we're not on the same server though, I'm sure, and you're also probably Horde.
Well, I'm Horde, of course, but I went back to the guy I started on Legion. So once I hit 15, I was able to Dungeon Finder, just
Yeah.
boosting up that way.
Yeah, that's a really good way, actually. The Dungeon Finder. I found it was. I actually talked about this in a previous episode a couple weeks ago, but I have a character I basically just dungeon find to level as a tank. Because if you're a tank, it's instant, and I'm sure you're a healer, it's instant instant dungeon finds every time.
I mean, send me your server, and I'll go ahead and start start an alley.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, probably go dwarf priest, but I don't know.
Trying to think of what server I want you to join.
Yeah,
because I've got that boosted one on my new friend server, and then I have my my second main, not the one I had in classic, but in vanilla, the one that I did like Pandaria and all the other expansions on, my ally.
Because I still have a boost to 100 that I still haven't used yet.
I mean, that's great though, because that'll get you right into the Legion content.
And I've never played anything above level 82 content back in Kata.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you'll be able to get in and try the Legion stuff right away, which is really nice because it's pretty cool. The class hall stuff is really good. I don't know if I want to play my Death Knight or my Rogue.
Should we start poking our old college buddy? Get him to get back into it? I know he's got family.
Man. He's got family now.
I know.
He's a family man. I feel like
if we poke him with a stick enough times, he'll jump in.
Yeah, be like, hey, all your characters.
Just try one taste of heroin. It's fine.
Just a little sip. Anyway, no, we'll connect on the Byte Discord on the game channel.
Yeah.
Hashtag YOLO420.
YOLO420.com/born in the 80s.
Yeah. So just find our Discord. It's also on the bornintheages.net website. It's a link on the left-hand side. We chat in there. We got a pretty good community. It's fun.
Yeah.
And we talk about games, but I can share the servers I'm playing on so people can connect. Also, you can just find me as like John Danger on Blizzard. But if anyone's interested in playing Warcraft, I should probably stream World of Warcraft now.
Yeah, I was thinking about it like when
I don't think
Classic
I really can
is released for real. Like, I wonder if there would be a market for streaming that just from like all the people that have nostalgia for it but don't want to get it.
We'll see. Right now, the streamers are having a field day because it's a closed beta. So a lot of the WoW streamers that are in the closed beta are just fucking getting so many views right now because of that. I feel like
that's weird. Like I didn't have to be invited or anything. I just downloaded BitTorrent.
Yeah, you just that's how they they actually update the patches now via torrent.
Oh yeah,
the actual one does. So but what is I was gonna look on Twitch and see if where World of Warcraft is on the like viewer thing.
Does it? I wonder if it differentiates between retail and classic.
I don't think it does.
It does not. No, yeah, it's in the top 5 things right now, and that's with special events taking up a spot that's usually there. It's above Apex Legends in viewers.
Yeah,
that's because there are 3 of the biggest streamers are playing WoW Classic right now. Summit, SFand, and Method, the CDU, the Method guy.
Okay.
Are all streaming, and they each have, with them combined, like 22,000 viewers. WoW Krendor is there. There's a lot of the classic people, but they're playing. It's all one. Like if you look at the World of Warcraft Twitch, it is all WoW Classic right now. Like people playing Arathi Basin, doing World PvP.
That's
a lot of people.
Actually,
probably. Yep.
Number 16 in the list is playing Battle for Azeroth. So he's playing current expansion.
There definitely are some people doing that, but then there's a lot of people in the Classic Beta. I'm sure there's some people in the Classic Beta that are also not actually in it and maybe playing a different version.
What do you mean?
That looks very similar. No, there's someone rating Legion here as well. Or sorry, rating the current content as well.
I'm gonna quit the podcast right now and just start playing WoW.
All right, let's get off that and let's get back to the show. Come on. All right, TJ, what did you have in the doc? What did you want to talk about?
I really had nothing.
You had a Byte Answers, or is that just copied from last week?
I just copied that from last week because I can pull it up if I have to.
Okay.
It's been a bad week.
Why?
I don't know if it's anything I want to talk about on the podcast.
Fair enough. Matt didn't have a bad week. I'm looking at the doc here. Matt has.
I saw a cool movie on
Nothing.
Saturday called Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
What is that?
That is at Lauren's party.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lauren turned old. So
Yeah, she's an old man now.
while she was hanging out with all of her theater friends, I was keeping John company.
Yeah, and we watched the entire movie. In like one sitting. We just watched Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. Look it up. It's classic.
It's the best Canadian movie about Jesus fighting vampires I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. It takes place in Ottawa. But it's actually like a really good movie. Like the Rotten Tomatoes apparently exists for this.
Yeah. But it's
And
like
it's got an 80% on the tomato meter.
it's like a special brand of Canadian absurdist humor.
Okay. I have been watching things though.
It is. The audience reviews are. Some of them I don't feel like understand the point of this movie. But the production values are old. It's very much a 2001. It was made,
But it is shot on film to emulate
it is shot
like
on film.
like a grindhouse style.
Yes, that's how I would best describe it. It is also very low budget, but it also has its own soundtrack, which is really good. And I constantly, the entire time we were watching it, was just jizzing all over the soundtrack. Because there's a lot of like original electronic music made for it that's kind of fun. But the basic plot is Jesus Christ is, no, they ain't even that, because it doesn't start with him. There's some priests saying, hey, there's all these lesbians getting killed. And it turns out the vampires are eating lesbians for some reason. I don't think it's ever just... I don't think they actually give a good explanation as to why. It's because they're eating lesbians because no one would care about them if they're gone. Because they're gay, and that's bad. The movie is actually for a really, really good Pride Month movie, because most of the story of it is actually people would care, because Jesus is like, hey man, live your best life. Like,
and Jesus is like totally cool with whatever.
Yeah, he's fine with gay, including his love interest turning out to be gay. Mm-hmm. In the movie at the end. That's a spoiler, but
and Santos' love interest turning out to be bi, fortunately for Santos.
One of the greatest lines ever. There's a Mexican wrestler named El Santo, who Jesus calls in for help once his buddies get killed, and he's digging on this chick who's a vampire but is also a lesbian, and he's worried about that. But then in the end, they're like, how did you get together? She's a lesbian. And she says, I'm bi. And then they both cheer, which is really good. I mean, the movie is very tongue-in-cheek, and it knows it's tongue-in-cheek, which is why it, I think, so successful.
Yeah.
Is this really funny? There's a point where he fights a bunch of atheists, and, literally, 30 people come out of the back of a small Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, it's wave after wave of people.
Yeah. It's obviously a gag, which is, it's just funny. And, the best part of the movie, though, is the end credits song, which is "Everybody Get Laid Tonight." It's a great song. It's okay, it's all right. Everybody gets laid tonight. It's the best song, and that's the end of the Jesus Christ movie. Anyway, really fun, really bad production values, but in a fun way.
Yeah, and it's streaming on Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Check it out. Seriously,
check it out.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite bad movies, cult classic. And it's not bad, I guess.
It's just different. And that's okay.
It's not like The Room.
No.
Where the guy was trying to obviously make a serious movie. This is no, these people just came up with a dumb idea for a fun movie and then had a lot of fun making it.
Yeah.
And it's just goofy and fun and low budget. So it's just good,
There's also a couple musical numbers that we've got.
There are a few songs in it. Yes, Jesus does break out into song a few times, and also there's a point where he gets out of the water after the two priests come up to him, because he's a baptizing lady, and he just like drops her in the water when he sees his friends are there, which is pretty funny. And then he walks up to the beach and grabs a bottle of water out of the sand, and then it turns into lemonade. He turns it instead of wine, I guess. Anyway, it's really dumb, but a really fun movie, and it's free if you have Amazon Prime. So I would suggest checking it out. And Matt, I was gonna say I have to send you the soundtrack, but if you have Spotify, I think it's on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
because it's on Google
cool.
Play Music.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get that.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's some really fun, dumb, like kind of disco-y, electronic-y type music in it. It's just weird, but I loved it. What more can you say when you have Jesus and a Mexican lucha wrestler fighting vampires? It's a great movie. And then Rasputin's in it for some reason.
It's completely perfect in every way.
Also, there's a girl in it who's Mary Magnum instead of Mary Magdalene, which is a great name. And I know Matt's lady friend. Is that the correct way of calling her?
Business partner, yes.
Business partner. She does roller derby, and I was like, somebody has to have the name Mary Magdalene or Mary Magnum.
Mary Magnum, yeah. I think there's probably
especially if you're on like a Holy Rollers type name team as well, which I think that probably exists.
Yeah, in Madison we have the Unholy Rollers.
Exactly, that's Mary Magnum right there. Join up.
Let's see if I can Google roller derby name database. All right.
Now, I don't want to believe 100% what Google Wikipedia is telling me, but they are saying that the budget for this movie was 100,000 Canadian dollars.
How much is that in real money?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So far, I don't see any Mary Magnum on the roller
open,
derby
girls.
roll call.
All of the 0 women that listen to this show.
Yep. Nope, none of it.
All right, so
Mary
that
Poppins.
is around 75,000 in U.S. dollars, and tracking for inflation, that's close to $100,000 today. So, about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right, though. I mean, they were
But
using real film.
How did you do that in like a pre-Kickstarter age? How did you
Kevin
get
Smith
financing
did it,
for that?
You know, he made a movie that made him rich called Clerks. As he took out loans. His parents lent him like 20 grand, you know, like, and they were like, yeah. So I don't know. It's just awesome to see that. I mean, this obviously didn't bring that sort of success to those people, but I will say,
maybe they're huge stars in Canada.
They could be, you know. It's a weird, different world.
I mean, they can all the Canadians can turn out to be Ellen Page.
All right, let's look up Ian Driscoll, who was the person who created it.
It was a bad sign when none of these people have IMDb pictures.
Yeah, you know. But, yeah, he hasn't really done that many movies. He did a movie called The Dead Sleep Easy, which he wrote. And that came out in 2007? Yeah, 2007. Anyway, all I have to say is I want to, like, contact this guy and just tell him how much I liked his movie. You know? I feel like I always like to do that.
Your movie changed my life.
I don't know if I'd say that, but I would definitely...
If you get a response, you should put it, tell it here on the podcast.
Yeah, right. Get him on the podcast. This guy's probably way older than I am, though.
Well, even just like a email response.
Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know how to contact him because he doesn't have anything linked on IMDb. So typically that's how you can contact people through IMDb. But because you can usually like, hey, if you want to contact, here's a website. But yeah, he's obviously stopped making movies because it's been 10 years since his last credit. So, but anyway, cool. Well, thank you for the good segue, Matt.
You're welcome. Good.
All right, let's move on to another Reddit Chips.
Okay.
This one I saw today, And this is a fucking journey.
Okay.
God, I love this one. I, 31M, think my girlfriend, 29F, of 2 years, is secretly a mean and manipulative person.
Okay. Seems like the kind of thing you would either know or not.
Yeah, well, you're gonna find it right
Okay.
here. All right. Usually she's constantly teasing everyone in every situation. It's usually not mean or sarcastic, so everyone laughs along. She's just likes to bust balls,
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes a really, really nasty turn. In the beginning, I thought I'd won the jackpot. She's beautiful. I know everyone says and feels this about their significant other, but she turns a lot of heads on the streets, and she's really funny. She has interesting hobbies. She's an adrenaline junkie, to be honest. She has an amazing job, well-paying, high status, few hours, and she seems to love me more than I love her. Everyone likes her, too. My buddies, my dad, my mom, who never thinks anyone's good enough for me. She's extremely extroverted, like the star of every gathering. Everyone in my complex knows her. A week after we start dating, people even I don't know, say hi to her on the elevator. So it sounds like she's the real,
she's great.
Yeah, she's
Way
like
to
a real
fucking
social
brag.
butterfly. Yeah. But then things happen. She does stuff that really bothers me on a moral level. The first time I saw her mean side is 7 months into a relationship. She's babysitting her brother's 7-year-old son, who's a bit, chubby. We're watching TV, and I get up to go get us something to eat from the kitchen. I ask the kid if he wants some ice cream or something, and he says, yes, please. And she starts berating him in a very rude, mean-spirited way. I don't remember the exact details, but these are some of the things that she says to the kid in 2 minutes. Loser. You don't need ice cream, you fat ass. You already look disgusting. I can't believe we're related. This is a 7-year-old. I can't believe we're related. If you were my kid, I wouldn't give you anything to eat for a whole year. No one will ever like you. You better start liking boys because no girl will ever like you. You make me want to vomit. So, this is a 7-year-old. So I'm standing there in shock. The kid is not laughing, just looking down, and she thinks this is the funniest thing in the world for some reason. I don't confront her in front of the kid because I don't want to cause a bigger scene, but I'm very mad. That night we have a big fight. She thinks I'm acting like a little girl. He has to lose weight. She's doing it out of love. It's none of your business. I tell her she's a bully, and she says, so what? Bullying's good. Man. I leave that night really confused and angry. I was really, really mad. I kept remembering the kid's face and the way he looked, and I felt really sorry for him. Tough love is what she's saying. Next morning, she calls and we meet up and she apologizes to me and calls her nephew in front of me to apologize to him. She says she had a really bad headache yesterday and didn't mean anything she said. We make up and move on. But I start noticing more and more things that could be categorized as mean-spirited and manipulative. She's mean to all service persons, cashiers, doormen, servers.
Oh, that's
that's
a big problem.
Not mean as in rude, but in as fucking with their heads and ruining their days kind of mean.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Examples. Yeah, but she's so amazing.
No,
examples.
But, like, people that are rude to service professions, it's just... I've played that game before. They're also assholes to you eventually.
Oh, yeah. Examples. We go to my friend's restaurant and she's super nice to our waitress. Strikes up a conversation about her necklace and how classy it looks and talks to her for 5 minutes. Now my friend, her boss, sees this and is obviously happy that we're having a good time. He's a people pleaser and likes nothing more than making his friends happy. At the end of the evening, we're about to leave. He comes to our table and asks how everything was. My girlfriend thanks him and adds, "You need to be nicer to your staff. I would have never taken you for a mean boss in a million years." Now, during the conversation with the waitress, my friend never even came up. This is out of nowhere and based on nothing. He's obviously shaken and asks, how come she just laughs it off and changes the topic? Next time we go to the restaurant and find out the waitress was let go. Wow. This is the one that got me. Another example, her assistant. She has a high enough ranking job where she has an assistant working for her. Like a receptionist or something.
Mm-hmm.
Her assistant has kidney stones and needs to go to the hospital to take them out for surgery. She's been begging for time off because she's in pain. And I'm listening to the conversation over the phone. My girlfriend starts asking personal medical questions like, how bad is the pain? Is there blood in your pee? How long will the operation take? How much will the operation cost? How did you get this in the first place? We're really busy the week. You'll have to wait at least a couple of days. I need to be able to rely on you. So on. So after the phone ends, I ask, what the fuck is she doing? And she can easily find a temporary replacement. But she says she has a very important position, and if her assistant wants to do something that matters with her life, she needs her so she can ask her to wait. And I'm like, yes, but why would you? She just looks at me like I'm crazy. Okay, here we go. The worst thing she ever did, however, was so this is what she's done.
That's not the worst thing.
So this is what not like making her assistant who's in pain wait for surgery. The worst thing she did ever, however, so this is why he wrote this post basically, was last week. We're coming out of a shopping mall, and this really old homeless man comes up to us and asks us if we could have money. She looks at him and says, "Oh, sweetie, you smell awful. How long has it been since you took a shower? Do you smell that?" The man is just shocked. He starts swearing at us rich assholes, and suddenly my girlfriend spits on him. So I'm trying to defuse the situation, and the homeless man is swearing at us both. Since this is a high-end fashion mall, cops show up out of nowhere in less than a minute. My girlfriend starts crying and tells the homeless man spat on her and that he exposed himself to us. The man is taken away, and I don't even know what to do. I just tell the officers that he's drunk and didn't do anything. In the parking lot, she's giddy and giggly, and I break down. I tell her I can't see her anymore, and she's just mean to everyone but me. And I can't even understand. That's so weird to me, too. Like, why would she not be mean to him? Because if you're like that with everyone else, it's just insane.
Yeah.
Why she did that to the poor guy. At first she's apologetic, but then she turns the tables on me and starts calling me weak and pathetic, and that a real man would have broke the homeless man's neck for bothering her with his disgusting smell. So I end things right there and call a cab home. Now I've been thinking about this. This is a person that he's been with for 2 years.
Yeah.
Know? Like
That's
this is
insane.
and it sounds like this is a fairly serious relationship. Like met parents, like really going places. Now I've been thinking about this for a couple of days. Now she's been calling me every day, leaving messages that we can mend things, and she still loves me. Truth is, I still love her too, very much so. And she's never been like this with me ever. She's never been anything other than kind and nice to me. But there are dozens of examples of her being like this to people. I don't know what to do. Am I overreacting? She's the best thing that ever happened to me. At one point, I was seriously considering marrying her. TLDR, my girlfriend is mean to other people for no apparent reason. She thinks I'm too soft for objecting to this behavior. That's it. That's the whole thing, boys.
So here's a conditional. You can stay with her, but you have to be aware that she will one day stab you just to see what it looks like.
Yeah. So that is my situation, or my explanation is that this is like a sociopath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. She
100%.
She hasn't done it to you, because right now I think she's set up a wall of, this is my boyfriend. I chose him because
and he is an asset to me.
Well, not even that. It's that, like, if you think about it narcissistically, she chose this guy to love this guy. She likes him. So obviously he's perfect, because she wouldn't make the mistake of dating someone who's bad.
Oh, that makes sense.
There's going to be a point where that's going to tip. And she's going to be like, well, actually, and she's already kind of started doing that by calling him weak and calling him out for not like going along with her, like accusing people of sexual assault when they didn't do it, because he just talked to her. Like, wow. I mean, Jesus. Wow. Yeah, so all the comments on this is the reason I bring this up is because the comments on all of these on Twitter are just good. It makes me feel good about humanity, because every time on these it's just people being like, this person's a monster. Like, you are not wrong. Like, this is just, yeah. So I like that. We can all agree that this person is horrible. But it reminded me a lot of what's her name? Oh God,
Mother Teresa.
Yeah, Mother Teresa.
Queen Elizabeth.
No, who's the actress lady who's in everything from the 90s? You know what I mean?
Liv Tyler.
Yeah. What? No, she's not from the 90s.
I don't know.
Damn it. Oh, Julia Roberts. This reminded me of Julia Roberts. Have you heard about like the stuff though, the shady side of Julia Roberts, basically?
No, but it makes sense.
So there's lots of people talking about this, but I guess Julia Roberts is got a lot of stories you hear about people not wanting to work with her because she's pretty mean. But I guess her sister. Oh my God, I gotta find out this exactly. Here we go. Let's see here. In 1991, Roberts was set to marry Kiefer Sutherland. Okay, yeah, sure. Roberts allegedly thought her fiancé was cheating on her with a stripper. And they shut down the marriage just 3 days before the nuptials. But what actually happened was she was actually sleeping with a friend of Kiefer Sutherland on what would have been the eve of the wedding day. So, yeah, she's that. But the sibling thing is the one. Yeah, half-sister Nancy Moats died of a drug overdose in 2014. Her fiancé blamed Julia Roberts, saying Nancy felt bullied by Julia her whole life. She tormented Nancy about her weight and called her a fat failure. She spiraled in a pit of depression and took her own life with pills. Said Robert was referenced in the suicide note along with the other siblings. I put the blame firmly on Julia. Yeah, so, I mean, clearly was abusive to her sister as well. So, and gave a very harsh speech at that funeral. Apparently at the memorial. People saying, she said that after hearing everyone, she felt ripped off and pissed. A witness told National Enquirer, well, you know, this information may not be so great. But anyway, she's just saying it was very angry about the whole thing. Anyway, she's bullied a lot of people, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She stole my lunch money once.
Yeah. Mean to coworkers. Steven Spielberg directed Hook. He cast Julia Roberts as Tinkerbell. But by the time the credits rolled, she'd been nicknamed Tinker Hell. The handle spread like wildfire. This is back in 91, before social media and things went viral. In 60 Minutes interview, Spielberg was asked about Roberts' professionalism. He replied, "It was an unfortunate time for us to be working together." But it sounds like she's extremely difficult to work with. So, but it just reminded me a lot of that because I had heard about her bullying her sister about her weight and everything, and I was like, this just, you know, and she seems like from the outside that she's like a really nice person, you know, seems, you know, because of the people she plays and, you know, just being that, but, you know, inside, horrible person. So that's it, really. That's my Reddit chips for the week.
As always, we end the podcast by trashing Julia Roberts.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck Julia Roberts. You can find me on matthagmusic.com and on all of the E3 streams where I'm looking at all of the disappointing things.
Yeah. Nothing exciting this year. It's because next year is when the consoles are coming out, the new ones. So everything's getting saved for next year.
Of course. And you guys can gift me a copy of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. My username is May of May everywhere except for on Twitter, which is May of May 84. See me on
Wait,
the
they
Twitch.
finally did it, huh?
Yeah, that's what I said. I looked it up.
Okay.
Not remake, just remastered. And some of the visuals look really good, but the cutscenes look pretty.
Well,
okay.
It's a remaster, okay?
Yep.
Look, up until a year ago, I thought that Square forgot that game ever came out. So,
they still do. They still don't remember the game. Someone else is making it, probably.
I will say though that they did up-res everything, so
they did.
Nice. I never played that one at all. Should I play it? Is it bad?
I hate to call it bad. It is my favorite. I objectively see its flaws. It doesn't explain its own mechanics very well, even though it has tutorials for all of them.
I see.
But with a little bit of poking and prodding, I do think you could enjoy it.
Okay. Well, fun.
John, where can we find you?
I'm on the Hell website, twitter.com, John_Danger.
And the website's boardand80s.net.
John's distracted. All right, goodbye,
I'm just
everyone.
watching Final Fantasy VIII remasters. TJ got me distracted. It's his fault. TJ sucks.
Blame
Boo.
TJ. Sure, blame TJ.
Boo.
All right, goodbye,
I
everyone.
got a
Bye, everybody.
tantrarelationships.txt for next week.
Wait, what?